grieving mother trying to cope with a heartbreaking family tragedy is speaking out tonight to 7 News Detroit. She had been living in a van parked at the Hollywood Casino parking garage with her 4 children when the unthinkable happened. 2 of them died from what appears to be hypothermia. 7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cass telling us the mom says she tried to get help for her homeless family, but no one answered the call until it was too late.
I lost the one who made me a mother. I lost a 2-year-old. I'm dying inside. It hurt. I feel like my heart is breaking. And I have 2 more kids to live for.
It's been a long journey for Tateona Williams with an even tougher battle ahead. She spent the last 3 months living in a van with her children.
And I regret having to sleep out there. So I tell them I'm sorry, but I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me.
1 a.m. on Monday morning, they parked at the Hollywood Greektown Casino parking garage in below freezing temps. Overnight, the car ran out of gas, and the next day, her 9-year-old son was not breathing.
I tried to give him CPR, and I was just giving him CPR. I just kept saying, Petty, don't leave me. Don't leave me, please.
After a friend helped take him to the hospital, her 2-year-old daughter was also found unresponsive. Both were later pronounced dead from what appears to be hypothermia.
She didn't even get to live her life. She didn't get to do nothing. She lost her life because I had to sleep in the car.
In a press conference, the mayor and city leaders confirmed that Tateona did call the city's homeless response team back in November, but nothing ever came of it.
At least as far as we've been able to determine so far, the family never called back again for service. And as far as we've been able to tell, our homeless staff never proactively reached out to say, what happened with your situation? Was it resolved?
Mayor Duggan is now calling for a review of the city's homeless services, while Tateona is now in a shelter and her kids are with relatives.
It took my 2 kids to die for y'all to help me. It just don't work like that. It hurt losing 2 kids in one night. You know, I don't wish this on nobody. And if you can get help, please go get help. Because I don't want nobody else to go through what I'm feeling.
And the new McFall Brothers Funeral Home here in Detroit is providing funeral services for these children free of charge to the family. Now, if you are homeless or on the verge of homelessness, you can call 866-313-2520. We also have...
Yo, listen, there is so much to unpack in this video right here. And the father, which I'm going to play here shortly, he responded to this whole situation, because I know a lot of you guys are like, well, where's the dad at? Because that's the first question we're going to ask, where's the dad? And you guys are going to hear his response. So a 9-year-old, a 2-year-old, homeless for 3 months. She reached out back in November to the homeless shelter. They didn't give her any info or anything like that, which is strange. You got a woman and kids. They usually, like, this is Detroit, right? I've never been to Detroit, but I know people from Detroit, and I know how cold it gets in Detroit. Detroit winters are brutal. Everything's frozen out there. So for her to be in this position where you sleep in a van with a 2-year-old, a toddler, a baby, bro, you don't have any family when you think about it. Like, this is crazy. And now, America as a whole, we do have a homeless issue, right? And people have done things with ChatGPT in terms of asking ChatGPT and AI, what would it take to solve homelessness in the United States? How much, so on and so forth. People say, you never know what'll happen. We're on top of the world. Some people end up homeless, but it's like you got these kids and nobody can help you. You ran out of gas. That should be the first thing. You ran out of gas. It sounds like, and I'm not playing the blame game, but it sounds like she just didn't feel like reaching out to people. And a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like that. They don't want to, they're in a place and they don't want to reach out to people, even though she said she did reach out to a homeless shelter, but they just don't like to bother people, and they'd rather thug it out on their own because they got too much pride and things like this happen. But let's get on to the dad, what he had to say about this. Let's go.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tateona Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried. I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. You know, people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tateona ever reached out asking to...
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
Say, I saw it. That's what I saw, about 3 months. But she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Did she reach out to any of your family?
No, she did not. And she knows she could have, like we always used to do.
He says the last time he held his children was a month or 2 ago, and that they typically FaceTime, moments he will miss. And there's a, police investigation into this. What is it you would like to see come of this? Obviously, nothing's going to bring back your 9-year-old and your 2-year-old.
It doesn't even matter to me. Can't get them back, so it's whatever.
Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Now, as crazy as this world is, and when you have custody battles and parents not working together, this is why co-parenting is important. And this is why being active in your children's life, or doing the best you can to be active in your children's life, is important. Because you never know what's going on, what type of abuse are the children being fed. I don't think that I could fathom the thought of my children just being out there alone, or just being out there suffering like that, living in a van. Now, a lot of you probably watch and say, well, JR, she did say, hey, can you get the kids? And he's like, no, I can't, so on and so forth. But then if she would have said she was homeless, he would have, right? So a lot of you guys will probably say, well, what's the difference, JR? If she needed help, he should have took the kids. This is true. Or basically, as a father, you do have to step up and make sure that there's provisions for your kids, even if you do have family nearby, and say, hey, well, I can't do this. You call up your family and say, hey, can she bring the kids by, because I have this situation going on. But to the point for 3 months, and if he's telling the truth that he didn't know they were homeless, your kids sleeping in a van, and you haven't seen them, I don't know. I'm a different type of father, so I just couldn't. I would make a way for my kids, because I know I can't imagine, man. I can't imagine. And the fact that this is Detroit in the middle of the winter, this is brutal. Like, I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.